Hello and welcome to my channel, Ebony in the Kitchen, where I'm Ebony and I'm in my kitchen. On this channel, we'll be talking about anything viral to do with the kitchen. And that's exactly what we're gonna do today, except with mini cereal. But before we get into it, smash the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and comment down below what you would like to see next, because it's your girl's first video and I need your help. So first, we're gonna be doing mini donut cereal. Like, I've seen this done before, but people have been using confetti cake mix, and I am going to try to do dough, fry, glaze, proper donuts, but teeny weeny. They're gonna be so cute. Here, I have my donut dough. It's just a simple brioche dough. I did it overnight and left it in the fridge to rest. So I'm just gonna put some flour down on the bench top. So I've just rolled this out to about just under 1/2 inch thick. It's looking gorgeous. This is where the cute part comes in. I have got 2 sizes of little round utensils I found in the kitchen. This one's just the icing bag tip, so I've just taken that. That'll be my big circular part for the big part of the donut. And then I'm just gonna take the small end of the icing tip and make the donut hole in the middle. And this is gonna be tedious, so cue something fast. All right, now we have our little mini donut doughs. We're going to let them rise for about 40 to 50 minutes, so they'll be like little squishy mini doughs. But first, I'm just gonna cover it with a little tea towel, because when I rest, I like to be nice and tucked away. So I'm gonna do the same for these guys. Okay, so now these little babies have rested. We're gonna whack them in the fryer, and then we get to glaze them. So now I've heated some oil in a cast iron skillet. I'm just gonna fry the donuts up, turning them every few minutes or so. They're so hard to turn when everything's mini. And I am no donut expert. I am just going on my senses. Like, if it's burnt, it's probably burnt. But these are looking nice and brown. Okay, because they're so little, I'm gonna start taking these out. Fun fact, donuts are my favorite dessert. Krispy Kreme donuts, could eat a whole packet to myself. Okay, now we're gonna ice the donuts. This is probably gonna be my favorite part of the entire video. To the bowl, I'm going to add about 1 cup of icing sugar. So I'm just gonna sift this through. To the icing sugar, we are going to add about 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of this egg white. That's just gonna help stabilize the icing so it won't run straight off of the donut. Now to this, we're going to add a few drops of milk, just a little bit. You can add water if you don't want milk. Now, I'm gonna add the best part, food coloring. I'm just gonna add like 2 to 3 drops. I have this beautiful pink color. This is gel food coloring. I actually don't know what the difference is. I'm just gonna mix it all together with a little teaspoon. This pink color, I'm so happy with it. And the texture is really, really good. Okay, I think we have our pink coma icing, just like I was envisioning. So just add a little bit of glaze to each one in a nice little circle. Oh, a little bit too much, that's okay. All right, this is the one that I'm the most excited, but the most nervous about, because nobody's really done the whole fry thing before. So let's see how fried sweets go with milk as a mini cereal. I mean, it tastes good, but soggy. I feel like I've left this in a bowl all day and I've come back and it's soggy. I'm so glad I saved some for later because I don't want them in milk anymore. But, I mean, they're aesthetically cute. Keep donuts out of milk, no go. All right, now we're moving on to mini cinnamon rolls. So I have 2 sheets of puff pastry. They just are a bit frozen, so I'm just gonna let them sit over here for a second. But while we wait for them to get a little bit softer, I'm gonna make this filling. So I'm just taking equal parts brown sugar and white sugar, mainly because I forgot to buy white sugar. Pop them in here. And a good sprinkle of cinnamon, because it never hurt anyone and it's my favorite ingredient ever. Fun fact, brown sugar is brown because they process it with molasses. So I'm just gonna mix it up, get ready to put all over our little dough. Okay, so this is nice and pliable now. So I'm just gonna pop down a little sprinkle of flour because I'm always so terrified of things sticking to the bench because it's the worst thing to clean in the world. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a roll out. I mean, it's pretty thin as it is, but it'll just help it become a little bit easier to work with, especially when we're making them super duper mini. I have no idea how this is going to turn out because I've seen people do mini croissants, which doesn't have like a filling, but not many people have done mini cinnamon rolls. Okay, now I'm just going to cut it into little rectangles so it's easier to work with and we can make really mini pieces. All right, we have our little sections. I'm just going to sprinkle it with a little bit of the sugar and the cinnamon mixture. I like a lot. A lot of people are like, nah, just a little bit, but I love a full cinnamon roll. And then we're just gonna really carefully and gently and evenly, my goodness, so hard to get these even. I'm gonna roll it up into a little scroll. They make it look so easy in the little TikTok videos, but it's actually so hard. And it's harder because it's mini. I'm just gonna go along and cut little circles. Hey Ari. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut little circles to make our little scrolly rolls. In the center, we should have a little roll. I think it will work. Hopefully it works. I'm just gonna lay them out onto a baking sheet and keep going with the rest of our sections. Okay, so now we have our little baby cinnamon scroll dough. We're just gonna wash them with a little bit of butter and then we're gonna pop them in the oven for about 10 minutes. We'll see how they go. It has to be so perfect because they're so little and if you screw up, they're just gonna look like blobs. And we don't want blobs, we want scrolls. Also, I was thinking about it and these things could be a cinnamon scroll, a cinnamon roll, or a cinnamon bun. And I know that every one of us uses a different word for that. So comment down below which one you use. So now we're just gonna make the little glaze for the cinnamon scrolls. So here I've got some icing sugar, about 1/3 cup, and I'm just gonna pop in a teaspoon of milk and then mix it around until it becomes a little icing mixture. This is perfect, so it's nice and runny, and we'll be able to drizzle this at the end. So some of them did unravel in the oven, but that's fine because they make for a perfect snack. Let the mini drizzling commence. Oh my gosh, this is hard to mini drizzle. So now we have our cutest little bowl of cinnamon scrolls, rolls, whatever you want to call them. They look so, so cute, but the question lies, will it cereal? I don't know. You know when you eat soggy bread, I feel like this is what it's gonna be like and I'm a bit nervous. It works. 100% works. Can you hear the crunch? It's so good. It's like crunchy, buttery. Give me a second. If I knew it just wasn't puff pastry and sugar, I would eat it every day. Well, I better not fill up on this one because we have quite a bit to go, so let's get into it. On to mini cookie cereal. I'm really excited for this one because you know that cookie crisp cereal? I'm really excited to try it, but while I can, I'm gonna make my own. So I have this log and apparently you just cut it up and then put it into tinsy-wincy little squares, roll them in balls and bake them. Simple as that. Now, I seen Rosanna Pancino, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So she said freeze it because it's easier to work with. And I guess I'm just gonna cut it into strips and then into little chunks. Oh man, ebony plus knives is a no-no. Oh my gosh, cookie dough is so tempting. I feel like they brought out an edible one, so you could literally just eat the cookie dough. I mean, I would. Oh my goodness. This is great. But I'm gonna try and work quickly because I don't want it to defrost too much. All right, so I think if I cut it up in strips like this, and I just go down and cut off little chunks, we can roll these into little balls. This is like a 1 inch by 1 inch little ball. And then we just roll them up and we put them onto baking sheets, and voila, cookies. Now we're just gonna pop these in the oven until they're baked. So we've got all of our cookies baked and they are looking delicious. So I'm just gonna leave them to cool on a wire rack so they harden up and get nice and crispy, so then we can pour all the milk on it and give it a taste. Oh my gosh, these look so cute. I'm so excited to try them. When isn't it enough? Like, this is now how tall can we make the cookie tower? There's a lot of cookies. Is that enough? Oh, this looks so good. Okay, time to try. I'm assuming it's just gonna taste like milk and cookies. Like, okay, this is a lot. It's great. Milk and cookies. And I left them in a little bit longer to be a bit crispy. I have not tasted Cookie Crisp, the cereal, but I assume it tastes a little bit like this, but these are better. Freshly baked cookies, milk, perfect, perfect. Now, let's move on to the next one. Alrighty guys, we're finishing on an original note. Ye Old Faithful mini pancake cereal. I have actually tried this one before, but it was a disaster. I'm more prepared today and I'm excited because they're gonna be cute. So first I'm gonna pour them confidently into a little squeezy bottle. This just helps to keep it nice and symmetrical. It's easier to pour into the pan and you're not having to deal with a piping bag that has no pressure, etc., etc. I made this pancake batter this morning, all ready to go to the frying pan. Okay, so I'm just gonna grease this pan. It says it's non-stick, but I don't trust anything when it says non-stick. I have to wait for it to heat up. Should have done that before. And now I guess the purpose is just to put little drops into the pan, really small, nice and quick, and wait for them to dry out. So these look great. They look just like a little mini pancake. The only thing is they're gonna take at least, I don't know, feels like an eternity to cook all of these. So I'll see you when we have this whole bowl full. Alrighty, we have our mini pancakes. Look, I nearly needed a coffee to get through that because that took forever, not gonna lie. I mean, to me, they're just like mini pancakes, so they're gonna be delicious. I'm gonna try them 2 ways. The first way is just drizzled with maple syrup like you would on your pancakes, and a nice chunk of butter in there as well. Right in. And yeah, this is just gonna taste delicious, like a nice stack of pancakes on a Sunday morning. So good, so buttery. I used the Tasties video, so these are my favorite. It reminds me of my favorite family Sunday memories. So good. But the part that I'm dreading is putting milk on these. I don't want to ruin them, they're so good. All right. It just doesn't look like a good time. Okay. The other ones were like crispy, so they could kind of have a barrier for the milk, but these are like chin chin. It just tastes like milky, like even soggier than the donuts. Imagine the donuts are soggy Add the sewer to this and you've got this. I don't think I want any more of that. They're kind of ruined now. But that ends the video. So, alrighty guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any more ideas for videos in the future, any more viral trends you'd like me to try out, leave them in the comment box below. But I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye.